Hey everyone, welcome back. Imagine this is you talking straight to camera, coffee in hand, a little too excited about car news. And honestly, I don't blame you. So here's something I didn't think I'd be saying, but Chevrolet is seriously teasing the return of one of its most legendary names. The 2026 Chevrolet Chevelle is shaping up to be a full-blown revival. Not just a nostalgia cash grab, but a modern muscle car that actually feels relevant today. If you've ever loved classic American muscle, or you're just curious how Chevy plans to bring the Chevelle into a totally new era, this one is worth sticking around for. Before we get into the details real quick, if you're into future cars, muscle car revivals, and enthusiast-style breakdowns without the boring stuff, make sure you hit like and subscribe. It seriously helps the channel grow, and you'll be first in line for all the upcoming reveals, because this era of cars is getting wild. Now let's talk about the way the 2026 Chevelle looks, because that's where Chevy is really making a statement. The design is expected to pull heavily from the classic Chevelle silhouette, long hood, wide stance, and that unmistakable muscle car attitude. But everything is sharpened and modernized. You're looking at aggressive LED lighting, a bold front end, and a body that feels planted and powerful even when it's standing still. It's not trying to copy the past line for line. Instead, it feels like a modern interpretation, something that honors the original, while clearly living in 2026. What's really interesting is what Chevrolet is planning under the hood. Rather than going all in on old-school gas power, the new Chevelle is expected to use a hybrid performance setup. And yeah, I know, hybrid doesn't exactly scream muscle car at first, but hear me out. This is about instant torque, stronger launches, and better efficiency without killing the fun. Gas power still brings the sound and character, while electric assistance fills in the gaps with smooth, immediate power. It's less about being eco, and more about being smarter and faster where it counts. Another curveball is that this Chevelle may not be limited to just smooth pavement. There are rumors pointing toward light off-road or all-terrain capability, which honestly fits the modern performance landscape. Think adaptive drive modes, improved suspension tuning, and enough clearance to handle rough roads, snow, or dirt without breaking a sweat. It's not trying to be a rock crawler, but it does suggest the Chevelle could be more versatile than ever before. Inside, the cabin is expected to be a huge step up from what older Chevelles ever offered, and that's not exactly a fair comparison. The 2026 interior should blend retro inspiration with modern tech, featuring large digital displays, customizable ambient lighting, and premium materials throughout. Everything is designed to feel driver-focused, comfortable, and modern, without losing that muscle car edge. It's the kind of interior that works just as well on a long highway drive as it does during an aggressive backroad run. Pricing is still a big question mark, but the expectation is that Chevrolet will aim for a competitive performance price point. Not budget level, but also not reserved only for collectors. Chevy knows the Chevelle name carries weight, and they'll likely want it in reach of real enthusiasts, not just parked in garages as a weekend toy. When you compare this new Chevelle to the classics, the difference is obvious, but the soul is still there. The original Chevelle was about raw power, bold design, and presence. The 2026 version keeps that spirit, but adapts it for modern driving with smarter power, better comfort, and far more technology. It's not trying to replace the old Chevelle, it's continuing the story. If Chevrolet gets this right, the 2026 Chevelle could be one of the most exciting muscle car revivals we've seen in years. It's bold, it's modern, and it feels like Chevy actually understands why people loved the Chevelle in the first place. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think the Chevelle deserves this comeback, or should it have stayed a classic? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stick around. More future car content is coming very soon, and you won't want to miss it.